This is Reporters Project, where we fan out across the country to record your stories. Every year, at this time of the year, we experience just how vulnerable Mumbai and Mumbaikars are to the monsoons. At the heart of why the city goes under is the one material identified the world over as one of the most dangerous to the long-term survival and well-being of our planet, and that's plastic. Though the Maharashtra government cracked down on single-use plastic last year and people are beginning to comply, the results aren't very encouraging. Vinay Deshpande finds out how people are learning to make this trade-off between what's good and what's convenient, and the role that citizens are playing in changing society's mindset.
Last year, this time, Charcoal Eats, a multi-city eatery with 38 outlets in Maharashtra, was dealing with an unexpected challenge. The state government had just announced a ban on plastic and there were few alternatives in sight. Instead of letting it bog them down, they went the whole hog and completely eliminated plastic from their delivery system. This is how they did it.
It took us some time, a lot of, consultation with our lawyers as well as the regulator to help us understand what will be allowed as we go forward. And it allowed us some time period to start preparing before the deadlines came in for the implementation of the same. So during that period, the biggest challenge was finding alternatives. So we looked around and said, can the product that we are delivering to consumers be replaced in a paper packaging? And I think that process took us around 3 months to find the right solution and the vendor. Okay, and then to work backwards and say, listen, we can bring it in as part of our process.
Moving away from plastic to paper has come at a cost. They are spending 50% more on packaging. But there has been an unexpected gain. New customers who are not just appreciative of its efforts to go plastic-free, but also supportive of it.
We have got actually a lot of clients who have tagged us on Twitter and Instagram and all that, and we have earned customers because of the transition we took.
Charcoal Eats is an exception. Sri Vidya claims the plastic ban has spelled doom for her thriving idli dosa vada batter business. Customers have thinned and she is worried about the future of the 2-decade-old business inherited from her mother-in-law.
बहुत मुश्किल हुआ. सब कस्टमर ऐसे रिटर्न गए थे. हमारा तो एक्चुअली 1 महीना तो पूरा हमारा डाउन ही गया था. वो महीना पूरा हम लोग ऐसा सोचे कि कुछ तो सॉल्यूशन निकालना है. फिर मैंने किया कि प्लास्टिक का जो रिटेल री वैल्यू हो वो डब्बा लिया और मैंने कस्टमर को उसका चार्ज बताया और उसमें आटा देना सॉल्यूशन किया. 1-1.5 महीना मैं बहुत मुश्किल में थी. तभी कस्टमर बहुत रिटर्न जा रहा था तो मेरे को बहुत बुरा लगा कि ये ऐसा हुआ. करे फटक से बंद किया पर सॉल्यूशन जल्दी उन लोग ने किया नहीं. तो मैंने ढूंढा थोड़ा कुरला फिर दादर उधर सब देखा कि कौन सा प्लास्टिक जो रीवैल्यू हो सके कस्टमर को यूज़ हो. तो वो मैंने डब्बा लिया और मैंने कस्टमर को भी समझाया और वो भी समझ गए. कस्टमर्स भी मेरे बहुत अच्छे हैं जो समझ के लेके अच्छा मेरा हेल्प बहुत की है उन्होंने.
And that's precisely why Maharashtra's plastic ban has failed. The poorly drafted and shoddily implemented ban has led to incremental changes and loopholes being created by businesses that haven't been given alternatives. Many like Sri Vidya, who would be happy to weed out plastic, have returned to using it. And while customers say the right things, many are not yet ready to trade in the convenience of plastic.
People are still planning and using it. They don't think it as a necessity for environment. It is better for our environment. That is why we are doing it. People also should understand the same thing. Definitely people who are going with a planned shopping and everything should carry their own vessels or bags or something and avoid plastic.
But actions speak louder than words, and the actions speak otherwise. The use of plastic has hardly stopped. And even single-use plastic, which has been banned in the state, has returned with blatant disregard for the law. Some even feel plastic is a boon.
Plastic, it is a man-made material, and means it came and it took over everywhere. So why it is like that? Because it has very good qualities, Like it is airproof, it is waterproof, it is clean. Then it is lightweight as well as it is tough. So it has so many qualities. That is why it has taken over.
In India, most of the plastic goes into landfills or into water bodies. And the worst sufferers are the local communities. In Mumbai, the coolies or the fisher folk are experiencing first-hand the impact of plastic waste on their livelihoods and their habitats.
BMCने आमच्याकडे जो डस्टबिन ठेवलाय तो एकच आहे. पूर्ण गावाचा डस्टबिन एकाच डस्टबिनमध्ये आम्ही कचरा टाकतो. त्यामुळे ते पण कमी पडतं. त्यामुळे तिथे पण खूप घाण होते आम्हाला. दुर्गंधी तर खूपच आहे आणि उंदीर, मांजरी ह्या सगळ्या त्या आजूबाजूला त्याच्या फिरतच असतात आणि त्याच्यामुळे मच्छर पण झालेले असतात खूप. आजूबाजून जाताना लोक रस्त्याने जाताना नाकावर रुमाल धर आम्हालाच लाज वाटते आणि आमची आज 1300-1400 लोकांची वस्ती आहे ही कोळी लोकांची आणि पूर्ण त्या डस्टबिनवर अवलंबून असतो आम्ही. नाहीतर मग काय लोक जवळ शॉर्टकट मारून इथे समुद्रात फेकतात.
Every day, the municipal staff pick up 750 tons of garbage from the entire city and send it to landfills. Apart from that, 400 tons of garbage lands in the Mithi River every day, and this goes directly into the Arabian Sea. At the Mahim Creek, where Mithi meets the sea, the sight isn't pretty.
Whatever we give to the sea, it returns with equal force, but not before it has harmed its own ecology. For the corporation and its contractors, this is a daily battle, a thankless job.
For a paltry sum of 400 rupees daily, a contract labourer clears the beaches every day for 11 hours.
कुछ भी कोई भी लेके आता है वो इधर ही लाके डाल देता है इधर, तो फिर बाद में बहुत गुस्सा आता है, फिर हमको उठा के वापस लेके आना पड़ता है उसको. बोलते भी पब्लिक को इस तरह कुंडी लगाया है उधर डाल दो, लेकिन वो लोग उधर नहीं डालते, डायरेक्ट दरिया में डाल देते हैं. वो दरिया से वापस रिटर्न आ जाता है बाहर. वो फिर दोबारा हमको ही मेहनत करना पड़ता है. कभी पैर में लग जाता है, कभी हाथ में लग जाता है. अंदर कांच आ जाता है, बॉटल वगैरह लोग ड्रिंक करके इधर ही फेंक देते हैं, तो हाथ में लग जाता है, वो टूटा होता है. तो
it's not a regular cleanup. There are problems like open defecation, dumping of construction debris, untreated industrial effluents, solid waste, microplastic. All these things make it really complex for us, for the whole cleanup process, be it industrial effluents, liquid waste or solid waste. Now all this waste gets into the ocean. Now not all of the waste that gets into the ocean come back to the beach. There is a research which says that out of the total waste that gets into the ocean, 1% floats on it, 94% goes to the ocean bed, and only 5% comes back to the beach. Now we can imagine this is the 5% that we've been cleaning for so long. What would be the 95% that we've been dumping in our oceans for so many decades?
But if people are to blame for the plastic choking our rivers and seas, then the solutions are also being offered by people. Some of them, like Malhar with volunteers, are trying to clean Mahim Creek.
Next time, before you flick this plastic out of the local train, or before you demand that one plastic bag from the vegetable vendor, or before you demand that one straw from your coconut vendor, remember that you are equally responsible for choking the city.
Further south, the Mahim Beach cleanup founders have realized their cleanup effort is only one part of the solution. The future lies not only in initiatives on a war footing by the government and industry, but with individual behavioral changes. For Rabia Tiwari, that's been the real eye-opener.
You don't have to be part of any big movement to bring about change. Every little bit helps. And the idea is that, we need to reduce our consumption. As citizens, that is something that is so important for us to do. The amount of plastic that we use in our day-to-day lives. Simple changes like using a bamboo toothbrush instead of a plastic toothbrush. Are we recycling our waste? Especially like the bottles, the single-use plastic. That can be easily recycled. You can take it to your raddiwala and he can recycle it.
This whole culture of buy, use and throw has to change, It has to be changed to reusing, recycling, and giving more life to a product and refusing, right? I think what needs to happen now is that the MNCs that are making these products and making packaging need to take far more responsibility, and I think the government needs to micromanage, right, to see that there is effective implementation of the EPR policy.
If you thought the dangers of plastic are to be experienced in the future, think again. With microplastics on the rise, the threat is right now.
If you see a dinner plate and see it microscopically, you will find a lot of dust particles settled on the dinner plate, out of which almost 50% is plastic material, nanoparticles. So when we are eating our dinner, we are consuming that nanoparticles of plastic. Already we are breathing air which is contaminated. Our lungs, which is the main source of oxygen for the human body, that is getting coated, the surface of the lungs. Now imagine the air which we breathe containing plastic particles which are there in the dust or in the pollution. So number one is that we will start having less oxygen. We will start having more cardiac problems. We will start having breathing problems. Problems like asthma will increase. Second, because of ingestion of plastic, if that plastic enters and goes through the gut barrier and enters the blood, or enters into or disturbs the immune system or goes into the blood, we can have further toxic effects of the plastic.
If we don't act now, our children's dreams too can get choked by this plastic.
So it's quite clear that Mumbai's fate is in the hands of its people. Every individual has to claim a little bit of the city that he or she can save. Are you ready to do your bit? That's the question I'm going to leave you with. I'm Anuradha Sengupta on behalf of everyone working on this show. Thank you very much for watching.